Hey everyone, welcome to another week of eCafe,
Hey.
a place where we get to connect, engage with each other and with God. So come on in, come on in. As you come in, let's make sure you can hear us. I know we were having a little bit of volume issues. So if you have, let us know you can hear. We got 8 people already on watching. And Evie, how did you even catch that? Hola, Evie. Good to see you. Come on in, say hello. You guys know how we do here. Engage and interact with each other as you guys come in.
Hey, Anderson.
And what I will do is I will see who we have with us. It's been a few weeks since you've been together.
It feels like it's been longer than a few weeks.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even know how to do eCafe anymore.
We'll see.
Hey, guys. Hey, Marie. Hey, Andy.
All right. Let's see if we have anybody with us. Do we remember any friends or relatives? See if any familiar faces can be here. One face that we always love to see, always keeps us all smiling, keeps us all happy, none other than Kara Osagera.
Hey.
Hey, Kara. Good to see you.
You too. I know. I just feel like it's been forever since we've done this.
But just too long. All right. Well, let's see. And then we have someone who doesn't keep us smiling as much, but we're still happy to have around, nevertheless. And, we get to see... we'll see who that is around here. Oh, there we go.
Whoa.
He comes with an entrance.
Dave.
Pastor Dave.
Ew. That's the biggest bottle of sparkling water.
Topo Chico.
Listen, I can't wait. Listen, I can't wait for Crown It or Frown It. Because I have...
no, apparently... So.
Well, let's see. That's going to be top of the list here. I think we might have done that once before, but I need to know. Who's interacting the Hey Fam? Is that you, Dio?
It's because his next comment is I don't know how to interact.
Let's see. Hello from YouTube, Ann, and Dave, you can pull him up when you see him. We got Regina. Hey Regina, how you doing? Feliz Sábado. Tossing out a little bit of
This one makes me jealous a little bit.
Which one's this?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
She's in Puerto Rico. So much fun.
Oh, nice. I hope the weather's nice down there.
I hope the burritos are nice there.
Woo! They are.
I'm choosing not to cheer her on because I wish it was me.
It is her daughter's 16th birthday. It's her sweet 16.
Yeah, that's her birthday.
Yay! Happy birthday.
That's a real nice birthday gift, by the way.
Do boys have sweet 16s? Is that a thing?
No.
Is it called not so sweet 16s? What do you do?
We just turned 16.
Is that what just happened?
Yeah.
There's not. We just get older. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything for boys.
Well,
my dad just tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Good job," and then I went about my day.
Yeah. And there's you see the comment here from Anderson. He said,
Oops.
He said, I tried to be Evie, but she owns Facebook.
I actually think she's Mark Zuckerberg.
Evie Zuckerberg, man. That's how that goes. Dead. I love it. No, it's good. It seems like somebody is standing up for you, though. Kathy saying that one person decided that you always make them smile.
Thank you, Kathy.
So yeah,
I appreciate it. We get some hellos from our YouTube. Ann Barbosa.
Hello, Ann.
Representing YouTube by herself there. Let's see if anyone else in our YouTube.
No, we've got 10 people on YouTube right now. And 12
Yo,
people
those who are on YouTube, make sure you guys say hello.
Right. Okay, but you know what? Okay.
YouTube's more for watching.
YouTube, I found that you can't comment unless you have the app on your phone.
Oh, is that the case? Or unless it's a computer.
Like if you're watching on a TV?
On a computer.
Yeah.
But if you're watching it on the TV, you can't really comment unless you're like on the computer. I mean, on the TV and on your phone.
Agreed.
So.
Agreed. There's to you, Nikki. I agree, Nikki. It does feel like it's been a long time since there was eCafe.
It does.
It feels like it's been a minute, but it's still good. Like I enjoy seeing everyone in all our different formats. But we always start with this question, right? We always ask the question is, what is your highlight of the week? What is your highlight? Give us the highlights. Give us the highlights. Let's see what we got. what do we have as our highlight of the week? First on the panel, as they kind of let us know on Facebook and YouTube what our different highlights are. Catch up and connect here.
So this whole week we've had our nephews here, and that's been really fun. Oh,
it was.
Yeah.
What are their names? Josiah and
Joshua and Josiah.
Joshua.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did they leave already?
No, they're still here.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Those are some real Bible names.
I know.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Those, like this week was our Bible edition for our series, and like there are no stronger names than. I mean, I got Jonathan and Elijah, and I thought that was heavy. Elijah's kind of heavy, but Josiah and Joshua, like that.
They should have named one Joash. The next one would have been Joash.
Oh yeah.
The next one was a girl.
So look, I'm gonna have Leilani will tell you why I'm running for a second here.
My name is Kevin.
Uh-oh.
You can give.
Calling this man's name out. No, so our AC went out yesterday afternoon. Luckily, the air keeps blowing out, but it's just neutral, cool, like not even cool air. So we're like, let's change the filter. Nothing happened. Luckily, by the evening started to get cool, so we just opened up all the windows and it was fine. But there's someone here currently, so to help fix it. But yeah.
Well, hopefully they can fix it fast.
Yes. So our highlight was that the weather was nice enough last night that it was super nice and cool. I got to the point where I got cold last night. Like I saw the comforter. Yeah, that's how cool it was last night. But that was our highlight.
Speaking of weather, Evie says the weather in the PR is amazing, is what she says.
I would expect nothing less.
Nice.
But let's take a look at some of these highlights. My highlights. Let's see. I finished some contract videos. So the Lake Union Herald asked me to do some interviews at Shiloh SDA Church. Shout out to Shiloh. So I drove down to the south side. It was great. Did the interviews. Really, really powerful interviews, which are really awesome. So that was a good highlight. I finished those videos. I got those sent out. And I turned a 17-minute interview into a 3-minute interview. Isn't that crazy?
Whoa.
I know. I had to cut out a lot.
Wow.
Regina has a nickname for Evie, and she calls her now Quick Draw McEvie.
Listen, she is not high. She is not wrong. She is not wrong.
But let's take a look at some of these highlights here. Evie's highlight is Gigi's 16th birthday at Old San Juan yesterday, and going to Culebra. Is that how you say it?
Culebra, yes. Snake.
Culebra.
It's technically Snake Island, but it's gorgeous. It is like...
Excuse me?
Snake Island? Culebra?
Why is it called that?
You know what? So the island, I think, is actually shaped. So the part where you can go to the beach is a part of the island that is like actually like a snake shape. Like it's a U-ish form. So you feel like you're enclosed between all these trees. And the water's like crystal clear. You can see you can be up to your chest and see your toes perfectly clear. Like there's
really?
Yes, it's
That's
beautiful.
So cool.
It is beautiful.
So there's not like
are there a lot of
pythons?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so, unless I've missed that part. But no, I don't think there are any. Yeah, I don't think there are any.
So happy birthday to Gigi. Gianna, that's the long form of Gigi. Happy birthday, 16th. That's a big number.
Yay,
happy birthday. Did
Get
you
your license soon. Regina, let's see. First time visit to ChickFilA.
Regina, ever in your life?
I know. I want to know if it was Regina's first time or her mom.
Right. We need some clarification on this highlight, because
that is the highlight. I know Regina's vegetarian, so I mean that's there. But their fries are probably my favorite fries.
Yeah, hands down.
Ever.
And they have really good salads. Their salads are hands down the best too.
Yeah.
And the ChickFilA sauce.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was like a life changer when I found that.
Yeah, she said drink it. I would drink it. ChickFilA doesn't sell it in like.
No, they do.
Do they?
Do. Yeah. So I don't know if they sell it up here, but my mom in Tennessee, they have it in her grocery store. It's like in a ketchup bottle.
That should be our first Crown It or Frown It is ChickFilA. You love it or hate it? Do you crown it or frown it? Chick-fil-A, crown it or frown it?
Frown out. Like, anybody who says frown, no, like, no way. I can't imagine anybody saying frown it to Chick-fil-A. Absolutely not.
I saw this picture. One of my friends on Instagram had put up this picture, and it was of this kid dropping his Chick-fil-A fries on the ground, and he put the caption. He's like, "We live in a very sinful, fallen world," because dropping a Chick-fil-A fry is just—that's how you know that we live in an imperfect world. Yeah, 100%.
Tragic.
Let's take a look at more of these highlights here. Kathy, also Annie Malari. Fireworks, Six Flags, and Sea Dog in 1 week. The Sea Dog is no joke. Sea Dog is like the fastest boat in Chicago, and they bring on a boat tour.
Oh yeah. So she went with. She took our nephews out with her.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's
they went out on that. I didn't get to go, but.
That is so.
It's fun. It's a fast boat. Six
That's
Flags.
so
Have you guys
cool.
been to Six Flags?
Not
used to
here.
work there.
What?
Yeah,
I feel
as
like
a
I knew that.
teenager. Yeah. It was.
That's why Leilani's so good at like announcing things because she always.
I used to.
Please keep all your-
You can keep all your hands.
Yes,
Oh yeah, there you go.
Welcome to the Buccaneer. Please make sure to remain all hands feet inside the boat at all times. When you're blah, blah. We actually had to take tests. And so every week you had to take a new test to actually be able to operate the ride. And that was part of it. Like you had to memorize the script to be able to say it. But it was always fun for me. Like, welcome to the Buccaneer. Oh. All right.
Leilani passed all those tests. Evie clarifies there's no snakes.
Oh, good.
I did see one awesome one from our friend Gabriel Ojwang, also from YouTube. Shout out YouTube. My highlights are walking outside and taking deep breaths. Amen to that.
Okay, the weather this week was like almost like fall-ish or something. It was like cool. Like we walked outside and it really said, "Oh, I'm cold. I'm cold."
I
wore pants this week.
Definitely wore a long sleeve the other day.
Oh,
I know it was so nice though. I loved it.
My neighbor had a jacket on.
What?
Yes, I was like,
that's a little excessive.
I don't know what that was. That.
I know. I feel like I would expect that in like California, but not here.
Absolutely. Did you see Leslie's, Dave?
Yeah, Leslie's having dinner with my boys this week. Amen.
Aww.
Amen. Your boys are awesome.
Same thing with Anderson. Had a father-daughter breakfast with
Kaylee, yeah, no, you're right.
Kaylee.
You're right.
Oh, I love
Kaylee,
it.
it's Kaylee.
You tried to add the Portuguese to it.
Well,
what's the accent? What am I using Portuguese? Am I adding Spanish? Am I saying just regular English? What am I
How
doing
would you
with that?
say it in a Portuguese accent, in a Brazilian accent?
I think that C would have like a ch sound. I think. I'm not sure.
I know you pronounce every letter in Portuguese, right?
Okay.
Well, it depends who you ask. Like people speak Portuguese will say that Spanish sounds like bad Portuguese, and people speak Spanish say that Portuguese sounds like bad Spanish. So it just depends who you're going through here. Well, there's lots of comments in here. Whoa.
Double crown for ChickFilA. See, that's what I'm saying. There's no
Where
way.
are we at here?
So David doesn't like Chick-fil-A.
Excuse me?
Throw him under the bus.
But
Hold on a second.
Isn't that what
David Oseguera?
Mhm.
What kind of
wasn't that what God gave the children of Israel when they were crying out for
manna?
food?
That's what was manna. The fries.
Get this. When they saw the chicken fall from, they're like, we got
those chicken nuggets. That'd be amazing.
And the Bible says it was coming out their nose. Can you imagine Chick-fil-A
nuggets
in such abundance?
So good.
Granted, it was sin for them to do that.
Why
but
doesn't he?
you know.
What doesn't he possibly like? I don't understand.
I don't know.
My
I
brain
don't
is
know.
confused. The chicken is
Too sweet. So here's a funny thing. So when I eat Chick-fil-A, like in Tennessee, it always makes my stomach hurt. Never fails. And because like we used to have Chick-fil-A night in college, and so like you could get a really good deal, and so we would go, and it was like I knew like all right, my stomach's gonna hurt, but it's like it's better than the cat food. So, but then when I go to California, my stomach doesn't hurt when I eat it. But David's like, oh, my stomach hurts when I eat it out here. But when he comes to Tennessee, he's like, oh, I can eat Chick-fil-A out here because my stomach doesn't hurt. So I don't know.
That's so
that might have been like
weird.
TMI, but like yeah.
No, listen. I think that Chick-fil-A Chick-fil-A I think, is definitely Jesus food. Well, Jesus people kind of there because like there's very few places you go to where they're like they know my whole name. You know, they're like, "How are you doing?" And I'm
They're
like,
just
"Good." And they're like, "No, really." How
I
are you
know,
doing?
like they stare inside your eyes, and like I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is way too much.
They like put their like your hands are on the counter. They put their hand on the counter like.
No, like
No,
I
really, how
had
you
one
doing?
guy literally put his hand on my like the door of the car.
Wait,
like,
which guy?
the guy, the Chick-fil-A guy. He was
What do you
like,
look
so
like?
how's your day
Yeah.
going? He's like, so how's your day going? He's like leaning into the car. I'm like,
That's a little too nice.
It's going really good.
A little too
You're
friendly.
a little too close.
Yeah, I want him to be nice, but not like putting you in your car. So, how's your day going? Yeah, you look like the Lord's blessing you here. Look like the Lord's blessing you. That's a little bit. Thank you, Chick-fil-A. We're okay. Thank you. We got it from here.
Oh man,
Okay.
their customer service is phenomenal. So double
Mhm.
It
kudos.
is.
I'll give that.
I saw a guy run down like he left the building, ran through the Meijer parking lot to catch up with a guy with his Chick-fil-A bag with fries in it because he forgot his order. So he
Dead
ran
serious.
out the building to go make sure that guy got his stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. I'm surprised
Amen.
they missed it at all.
Right?
I know.
will-
Like I feel like I never have to check my order there. I'm just like, oh, they got it.
Okay, so part of this might be a TMI conversation, but since you already took us there, we'll blame Kara for this. Last night we were recording with musicians for next week's service, and one of the things they said that apparently like Burger King's onion rings are like they're made with something that naturally sets off your belly. Jeremy was saying that like there's like if you type
Why?
in like why does Burger King onion rings, the next few things that pop on the Google search is like make your stomach go crazy, right? And I didn't even.
Why would
It's
they do
probably
that?
the oil.
I can't remember what he said. He said like it's made with things that are not like
What?
certain.
Okay, so I just pulled this up, and you guys, I'll share the screen.
Let's see what you got.
Are there
I'll share the
images?
screen.
Wait, no,
I was
please
about to be
don't
like,
press images. Please,
hold
don't.
on.
Oh, there's Jeremy. Jeremy was the one who said it.
So so literally, I put why.
Able?
Oh, hold on. Let me put this.
Oh,
on
you
the
want me to
screen
add you to the
really
stream?
quick.
I'll add you to the stream, boss.
All right. So why do
David,
Burger
you don't know what's gonna
King onion
Can't really
rings cause gas?
Yeah, that's right after that. All right. I don't want to see the. No, don't click on the link. Don't click on the link. And it's
Ew.
Reddit. We'll take your word for it, man. We'll call you right. We'll take your word for it.
Yo,
So
I'm
that's-
gonna go with the dirty oil.
It could be dirt. I kid you not. I went
at
to a.
McDonald's for 2 weeks, and I have not eaten at McDonald's since. And this was I was 15. Okay.
So can I tell you as a story of my experience at a Burger King?
Uh-oh.
I went to a Burger King. Oh, mind you, little known fact. This is a little Dave tidbits. Burger King doesn't have a logistics center.
Sorry.
So they don't
I'm
have
ignoring
a-
comment.
they don't-
Go on, go on. No,
they
keep
don't-
going, keep going, keep
Ew.
going. We'll talk about it after. Go.
That's probably
I'm tired of it. Of
Go.
Jimmy Rolls. So yeah, they don't have a logistics center. They just put up a store wherever they see a McDonald's store. So whenever McDonald's opens up a building, Burger King opens up across the street.
Here's the problem, though.
That's weird.
That's the epitome of like not being authentic because
Come on.
Burger King. I think Burger King sucks, right? So or the
It's
quality
not the best.
the quality has gotten considerably worse throughout the years.
Okay.
I believe. So it's like
So
you being
it's
next
true.
to McDonald's doesn't
They-
matter. So like, go ahead.
no, they made what's called the Big King, which is the Big Mac, just bigger. Like they stopped being original.
But think about it. Have you ever driven through a Burger King and it's packed anymore?
Never.
Never.
That's
Like
true.
I rarely see.
And they're always
cars
so slow.
slow and they're bad. Like the fries taste bad. They used to be really good. I used to prefer Burger
I
King
will
fries
say-
over McDonald's fries.
Oh, no, yeah, I don't like their fries. They're French toast sticks, though.
Okay, we
Those are good.
Those are good.
Well, here's
you
my
can
thing.
buy those at
I know.
at,
Also, the
Walmart.
Costco section in the freezer section.
Listen, I'm not even gonna lie to you. That whole I didn't recognize that was how they set up. But even that whole setup, that'll preach, right? You guys think about it. There's this idea that like they're like, oh, we'll just be McDonald's. If we follow what McDonald's does, then we'll get McDonald's success. If we could just be close to McDonald's, we'll get some of McDonald's success. Where to me, as Leilani said it, not being authentic sometimes it's like when you try to be somebody, like a lot of times we see somebody be successful. It's in this social media age, it's probably the most we see it, right? Like someone goes viral for something, and then you see like 60 different versions of that same thing that everybody else does. But I think when you try to be someone else, at best you're going to be a second-rate version of that person.
Yeah, it's what Jeremy says. It's a terrible situation.
It is absolutely a terrible situation. It is absolutely. I like what he said. He said about Burger King. He said that he said it's more than the oil when it comes to the when it comes to why the onion rings give you problems. So he thinks they're made in squirrel.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But Robbie really enjoys that cheese croissant sandwich.
Oh yeah,
Okay, here's
those
the
are
thing.
good.
Burger King breakfast is pretty.
It's
Okay.
so good.
McDonald's breakfast is bad, so yes.
Yeah, McDonald's breakfast.
So
What?
going back to my story, I was in a Burger King right in Hinsdale, and it was right across the street from a McDonald's. And when I was in there, the manager was giving like a pep talk to his team, and he was like, "Listen, we make grade A food here." He goes, "That company across the street, they put trash in a bag. We don't put trash in a bag." And then he like made his employees say, "We don't put trash in bags."
Oh my goodness.
There's a
It
way
was
to
like-
get them riled up.
It was the most like it was like one kid that it was among like maybe 6 or 7 staff that was saying we don't put trash in bags.
Everyone else is like, really, I'm just here for. Can you just pay me so I can go? Stop it.
One guy was eating McDonald's fries like in his back pocket.
The worst. So I'm taking over. Hey, if there's a yeah, Jeremy said that was definitely a failed football coach. All right, he's trying
Glory
to
days.
They do that. They do that at Walmart too. Like before the.
Oh yes,
before the
they
rounds.
do. Okay, funny story. So when I was a kid, we used to get an RV and we would go out west for like 3 weeks. And so some nights we would stay in Walmart parking lots. It's like a thing. And like there would just be a bunch of RVs. And so in the mornings, my dad would go in really early to like go to use the bathroom inside and like shave and stuff. And he would stand there and do the cheer with them.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
Wait,
yeah.
question. Does somebody know what the Walmart chair is? I don't know what the
We
Walmart.
I
don't
don't
put
know.
trash in bags. we don't put trash in bags.
I mean, I've seen it. Because they all get together, right? It's
Yeah,
like all
they
the staff there.
do.
Yeah, I remember because I was looking for an electronic, and I walked in, and they're all in a huddle, right? I'm kind of like, oh, can I get? Okay, I should probably, because you feel like I don't want, like in the middle, they're like, all right, guys, let's do. You want to be like, hey, sorry, sir. Do you know where I can find a dongle for a Mac? Like I felt bad. Yeah.
It's like, excuse me, I'm just trying to find where the papaya is.
Papaya.
They don't know. They don't know.
Oh, it's so great, man. It's so great. No, I'll give you that. There's so out of the places to eat, right? Are we saying it's just a general frown it for Burger King? Is that what we have across the board?
Yeah, and
No, I think it gets
apparently
a half crown. It gets like a tiara because their breakfast is good.
So a
And
crown
listen.
breakfast for Burger King and a frown for the rest?
the thing is, I like a char-broiled burger. There's nothing like a char-broiled burger. I like char-broiled. I will take a Whopper over any burger at McDonald's. That's for sure.
Okay, but then at that point you go to Portillo's, right? Because like Anderson's saying, you
At
guys
that point,
sell
I'll
to
go to
McDonald's and
Portillo's.
Burger King.
100%.
That is true.
That's
And
gonna be
says
low
McDonald's
grade.
is terrible. I will never eat there. I will never eat there again. I gave them back their food. The last time I ate there 20 years ago. That was
That's a long
years
time
ago.
ago. That's a long time.
When I used their bathroom 20 minutes after I ate their yogurt parfait.
Listen. I'm not. I will go in desperate times. I won't even lie to you. And you can just get in the habit of quick food. But I will not try to convince anybody that it is in any way better than other options. Especially as Myrna's saying here, like, yes, Portillo's.
Oh, 100%.
I
100%.
didn't get it when I first got here, and maybe it's not even a real thing. Like I think it's like maybe like California and like the In-N-Out burgers kind of deal.
Yeah.
But what a burger! But like to me, it's like when I got here and I always see Portillo's lines are always full, even like
Always.
close to closing
At
time.
all
It'll be
times.
11 o'clock at night,
Yep.
and there's 60 people in line.
Yeah, always. It's always been like
Yep.
that.
What is it that you guys get? what do you guys get when you go? Then why's the crowd?
I think you just get the same thing. Honestly, I feel like Portillo's has the culture of getting the same thing constantly. Like you
I've only ever
people-
gotten a hamburger there.
see, case in point.
Same as well too. I'm a
good.
burger man.
Yep.
It's next level.
Oh wait, hold on. Wait, Anne says Culver's is Culver's
Oh,
all the
Culver's
way.
is pretty good. I've only been
They
there
s-
once. But yeah.
Their smash burger. It's a smash burger, so I like the crispy edges of the burger.
No gracias.
Amazing,
I'm good.
amazing.
So
Cheese curds.
I've heard about that. I tried it once.
Oh, they
Didn't-
have those there?
Didn't quite do it for me though.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, they're like 1,500 calories for a large. Though.
Oh, yeah. It's horrible.
Oh yeah.
Hold on a
Brandon
second.
says burger
whoa,
with
whoa.
a side of cheese fries. Yes. But Anderson says don't get me started on Olive Garden. I don't know. Nikki loves Olive Garden. I beg to differ. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah. David loves Olive Garden. He used to
Be
work
right back. Be
there.
right back.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Now it's just you and me, Kara.
I know.
They're fighting for
crazy.
the.
The parents
It's
are
getting-
gone.
Yeah, the parents are gone. The kids can go crazy. Oh wow. So Anne says grilled in butter. Jeremy, what's fantastic? Is it the Culver's or Olive Garden? I'm not sure which one you're talking about here. But Olive Garden, I don't know. I think it's. I mean, one, they microwave all their food. Let's be honest. A lot of
Really?
it's prepared before and then they microwave it afterwards.
Yeah.
But yeah, this must be.
That's
your
David
husband.
for sure. Yes.
Love Olive
Loves
Garden.
Olive Garden.
I will say their unlimited soup salad breadsticks is. I don't mind that.
Okay,
actually.
here's the thing. Their breadsticks, I don't get it. I don't get why everybody's so crazy about them. They're like not that good. I'm just, you know.
Ryan calls them a gateway appetizer. So once you eat that, it's like you want to eat everything. The thing is, whenever I get their soup, I usually get gnocchi soup, and the next round of soup they put no gnocchi in it. It's like they skimp you on all the fixings.
Oh, I do love that soup. Uh-oh.
I
Poor
love soup.
Leslie.
Fasting today, and this convo is rough. I am also fasting for the day, and I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. I'm gonna drink some of the seltzer water. But Jeremy says Culver's. He's talking about Culver's, particularly their cheese curds.
Oh, the
Yes.
cheese curds.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
have to try that. I just had cheese curds for the first time, like, I don't know, a month ago. So, I'm a fan.
I like cheese curds. Have you seen Korean fried cheese sticks?
No.
They're massive. They're basically like, think about a corn dog size of just
Oh my goodness.
cheese.
Oh
And
my
they fry
goodness.
it, and that's like a big street food there.
Wow.
So Anne is clarifying. Anderson has seen the inside of the bathroom at Olive Garden more than he's seen the dining room. That might be TMI.
Oh, that's
that might
so
be
funny.
TMI. Makes me go even before I leave the restaurant.
That's
Regina
funny.
says, I've heard not so good news recently about Olive Garden's food. They just the breadsticks are fresh and good. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Gabriel says, you can only eat at any restaurant once in a while, but not every day. Hey, that's true.
hmm
That's true. Cholesterol will shoot up right
But
away.
if there was a restaurant that you ate at every day,
Let's put that in the chat. If you could eat at any restaurant, what was it, every day?
yeah.
What would it be? That's a good question. Can I tell you mine, Kara?
Yes. I want to hear it.
It no longer exists in this area, but sweet tomato or soup plantation in some places.
Oh, soup plantation. They used to have those here?
They used to have sweet tomatoes. Excuse me, here in Illinois, but then they all closed down, and it was so sad.
So is that the
I
same
would-
thing as soup plantation?
Hmm
Oh,
eat
yeah,
their-
which they all closed too
It's so sad.
in the pandemic. I know. I loved that. Yeah, I loved that place.
So sad. I would load up. I would stay there for hours. We would stay there
Yep.
for like right after church. We would stay there for lunch and then stay a little after, and then it'd be dinner time, and then we would just eat there. We just eat again.
That's cheating.
Culver's is down the road from the church. Need to support the neighborhood a bit. Yeah, no, it is down the street. Regina is with me. I wish Sweet Tomatoes or Soup Plantation was still here. Oh, so good. Ooh, Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, I had the same thought because their menu is so big. And like they have the healthy stuff and then they have the other stuff and then dessert. I know. That was my thought too, Leslie.
Cheesecake Factory. Good. Oh man.
Yeah.
Dang, I could go for a cheesecake right now. Red Robin. Yum. Tyler,
I don't think you can
Red
read
Robin.
that without seeing that in your head.
You can't. You can't not do that. That just like with O'Reilly's. When you say O'Reilly's, auto parts. Sweet Tomatoes was the bomb. Kara, what's a restaurant that you would eat at besides Cheesecake Factory?
I know, besides Cheesecake Factory, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I can only think of food, and that would be like pizza. Like I could probably just do pizza every day. So,
have you guys heard of One Slice or One Bite Reviews? It's like a thing this guy from the president of Barstool Sports is like an online sports magazine. He eats pizza literally every day from different. Like he travels around the U.S., like mostly East Coast, and eats pizza and reviews it 1 out of 10. And it's like a huge thing. It has a whole app. It's like a huge like subculture of like sports, and he eats pizza at least once a day.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's crazy. At least a full slice.
Yeah.
Sweet Tomatoes was the salad place, Jeremy, and it was absolutely amazing.
I know.
And it was all vegetarian except for like you would order chicken every now and then if you wanted to. Langdon's, welcome back. So the question is, if you can eat in a restaurant every day, what would it be? Any restaurant every day, what would it be? I said Sweet Tomatoes. And we're getting a lot of seconds. Sweet Tomatoes was the best.
I don't think we can
Jeremy
hear
says,
them.
Oh, can we hear them? No, we cannot. Jeremy says, if by bomb we meant it went down in flames.
Yeah.
That was.
I know. Sad day.
Yeah.
We went to Sweet Tomatoes. Is the Sweet Tomatoes still open around here?
They all closed.
Nope, they closed down.
Dave and Justin, they like the face.
To me,
Chad.
that just tells you.
Oh wow. Uh-oh.
The level of.
Shots are about to be fired.
Police. Okay, we've been to about twice.
Jeremy's the worst.
I mean,
why pay for it? Listen, it was good. It was good food.
I've been there twice when we first got to Bolingbrook, and I didn't really like it. It was okay.
But if you could eat at one place, is there one place you could eat at?
I would definitely not eat it. I wouldn't choose a buffet. But I'm not a big, I don't really like buffets.
I'm trying to think of a place that I've always had.
You don't like buffets?
No, I don't.
Oh, regardless of what the food is.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
Evie, it's not open in Florida. They all closed.
That I can't get rid of.
Yeah, no, they all closed in Florida too. But the thing is, does Sweet Tomato have that same scent, Leilani? Because I know what scent you're talking about, and I think it's the grease on the tile.
Ew.
There's a scent in certain buffet spaces.
Like Golden Corral it's probably the epitome of what that smells like. Like the moment I say Golden Corral, I could smell it. I feel like I could smell Golden Corral.
It makes me want to vomit. Like we went the last place we went to that was buffet.
Sorry for anybody who's eating.
Or who likes buffets. Like no judgment. Like do you, boo? Right? But the last time we went to a buffet was some Asian spot. It was like Chinese food or something like that. And we got our plates. Adrian was eating, and I literally was like, I'm about to throw up. This is disgusting. I feel disgusting. I feel disgusting. I feel like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, we gotta go. And we
Hold
left.
up, that's my people there. All right.
We legit left. And now the food, it's not the food. It was just like everything felt icky. Like it's just, I felt dirty. Like I smelled bad. The place smelled bad. The food was just like, bleh.
Wow. Looks like all the Asians in our chat are logging off now.
It was fantastic. Listen, man.
Old Country Buffet, like all the Golden Corrals, like the big. And listen, I grew up on buffet. We used to go to Sizzler in Florida all the time. That was our jump. That was our place.
My favorite part was the dessert.
Yes.
I've never done Sizzler. I used to see it on TV.
Man, it just one day I was just like, there's a smell and it's on me and it's yeah, I just couldn't.
Oh, you know what? You know where I could eat every day? Cracker Barrel. That's what I could eat.
Oh shoot! I could eat barbecue every day.
What could I eat every? I could do ChickFilA every day.
Oh no, I couldn't.
No, guys, I don't think I have.
No, that's kind of
no barbecue.
Question.
Barbecue.
Okay,
for sure.
truthfully, I'll be honest. I eat most of my food for function, so I could probably eat most places every day. But is there a place I'd want to eat? I don't think so. I don't think I have a favorite restaurant.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so
La
this is
Parrilla
what it.
Naperville
Okay.
is good. I had
La Parrilla.
La
La
Parrilla?
Parrilla. It's actually really good Mexican
La
food.
Parrilla.
Where's La Parrilla? La Parrilla.
La Parrilla. Cecile says it smells like.
Cecile, look at Cecile's second comment.
Let me see if I can find it.
This one, I'll pull it up. Old Country Barfay!
Oh.
Stop it. Behave.
Oh.
Listen, you know why it smells like bleach? It's because they use the same rag for all the tables when you leave, and they just kind of do
But
this.
they never change it, so it's like
They
Old
never change it.
Country. Yeah, it's just.
That is too bad. Mirna says, I will choose Mexican food, but I haven't found a really good one to eat every day. That's fair. That's fair. What did Jeremy say?
He said sweet tomato smells like failure.
Jeremy, I see. The thing is, the food was good. I think it was just their management made bad, business moves. I think that's what it was.
That's probably true. You know the one place the only buffet that I've eaten as an adult that has not made me feel that way, the one in Canada. But I think everything is probably a little.
Maybe they have different regulations up there.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure most regulations.
Tomatoes. What is it
Frankie's
called?
tomatoes.
Frankie's. It's like an Italian spot. It's actually really good, and it doesn't have that nasty smell. It's just like the food is good quality. Like it's not sloppy.
The floors aren't sticky.
Guys,
Yes!
do you remember? you always could skate across the tiles.
Yes. And then you leave it. You feel like you have a film, there's a film on your body of.
Dude, I took a Greyhound one time, and I definitely felt like I had a film on me, 100%. And then Nikki could smell me coming off the bus because I smelled like Greyhound is the craziest joint I've ever been on. Let's see what else.
Here's a question. I wondered after I saw Mirna's chick statement about the Mexican food. Is there no have you ever heard of a Mexican buffet?
No.
And why not?
Well,
I feel like
that joint would be
are
closed
hard.
out. No,
But no, I think the types of food are hard to make in bulk.
you think so?
I
Why?
don't know.
If I think about like for everybody who really likes Mexican food, I'm gonna say something that's gonna make you mad. Okay, I just work with me for a second. Kara, go plug David's ears. Okay. Okay, when I think of like haystacks,
I know that's what he said.
when I think of like haystacks, that's you can build off of that, right? So when I think like Mexican food has some of the types of things that you'd find in haystacks, so why couldn't you buffet that?
No.
No?
Can't. I mean, Chipotle is probably Chipotle's not buffet, but it's kind of a open style like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Adrian, sorry. I knew that'd be offensive to people who really love Mexican food.
Anne says she pulled up a question. Who of you all have worked in the food service industry? If you have, you don't put a lot of trust in the cleanliness of the food or whatever you touch.
Yes.
Leilani, you said you worked at McDonald's, right?
I worked at McDonald's and I worked in the food at the restaurants in Six Flags. Nope. No.
Even at Six Flags? Even at like amusement parks?
Even at Six Flags.
Dang.
Just because, okay, so even if the food, like the food quality and the way that we prepared it was better at Six Flags than at McDonald's, like the management didn't really do a good job at helping the workers maintain good hygiene, and that combination was a problem. So yeah.
Damn.
I have a lot of horror stories.
Anywhere you have, they have to make large sums of single time, you run the risk of getting your stomach jacked. Yeah.
Yep.
It definitely increases it.
Fact.
Yeah. That's
It
just
definitely
like,
increases it.
like percentage wise, like your rates will obviously go up.
Absolutely.
There's gonna be one piece of lettuce that whoever picked it didn't wash his hands that day.
Well, think about it. Everybody's walking around and breathing and talking on the same. Yeah. That's
true. But
Yeah.
there was something.
Even though at resorts, like if you go to all inclusive resort, I'm never turned off by the food, but it's a buffet thing.
Like on a cruise, Joe.
On a cruise, yeah.
I'll smash on a cruise.
Or all inclusive resort.
Let's look at this booklet.
Okay. Yeah, at an all inclusive resort, you guaranteed you have to gain weight. It's a must. Because you kind of go. For me, I'm a guy. So when it comes to food places, I'm a guy that likes to try options. So I'll be like, I'm gonna get this plate, then I'm gonna get that plate, and I'm convincing myself that I'm taking small portions. Boy, does it add up! Boy, oh man, boy, does it add up!
I like that. Should we move on?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to do one king it or crown it or frown it here, and I'm just gonna throw up the little crown it or frown it. And since it's the summer, and a lot of us are outside, and now we get lyrics on our website, right? So on our Church on the Lawn, Adrian, you say, what do you tell people?
Go to our website there, and you will find the lyrics, so you can join along and worship with us.
So people are like this, and like, oh yeah, a waymaker here, but then it's hot out, right? So this is a perfect way to not only look at lyrics, but also keep yourself cool.
Anybody know what we're looking
So this is a fan that is run by your own. So here's a crown it or frown it.
That's a crown.
Would you guys crown this?
Oh yeah, for
Or
real.
frown.
I feel like that would be easier to hold than like those,
Yeah,
bigger
it's portable
fans.
ones.
And then you're always gonna have your phone with you. So.
Yeah, you can just get the fan while you're looking on Instagram.
Adrian, you don't look so
That's
amused.
a crown. That's definitely.
I mean, I don't know how effective it would be. It looks kind of like
janky, right?
yeah,
Guys,
Look at that.
like only two little blades.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna go in the chat and I'm
That's
gonna
a
drop
crown.
down what that's gonna.
That's a crown.
I'm going to drop. That is an absolute for me positively.
No, that's a crown.
Jeremy says crown.
Yeah, that's a crown.
You can't lose with it. No, that's true. You can't lose
Here's the
with it.
problem I'm having. When I'm outside, one of my biggest issues I have with is that it gets so your phone gets hot when you're out in the heat. So to use my phone to power something else, then it's not my phone. You never had your phone overheat outside in the sun?
Oh yeah, I have.
So you can use your phone to power a fan?
Yes, but it's a good idea, even if it does do that.
What you could do, like the phone will be blowing at you, and then you could blow on your phone, and it will be like a nice cycle of
go.
cooling. And I think Anna's being sarcastic here. Great, more reason to be holding your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure.
She's being very get off my lawn right now.
Yeah. You can put it in the pocket.
Yeah.
Regina says, frown. Exhale while singing natural fan for the phone.
I'm with that.
See?
Wait, no.
Wait, hold on.
What?
I don't know whose side she's on. I'm not sure. Is it okay? I think she's reading it as the fan stopping your phone from getting hot.
True.
But you're saying the fan is for us to kind
It's
of
for
keep
us
cool.
to get,
Unless you got that hot breath. Some people got that hot breath.
yeah.
Rena crowns it. Nikki crowns it. Unless it overworks my phone and gets really hot. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I need more my battery more, and I need a fan. Thank you. All right. Well, to his their own. To his their own.
Yeah, I feel like it's more crown than frown, but not bad. It's
Fine.
not a bad invention.
Fine. If I have to choose, then fine. I would choose more crowd than frown.
Fair.
But
Fair.
yeah, it comes with its downside. Okay, we talked about the beginning. Did you guys ask them about sparkling water? Because we've been on both sides. Did you guys ever find an answer to that? Where we finally stood?
Oh, what, sparkling water?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whether sparkling water was a crown or frown?
Oh,
What is it for you guys?
It's a crownish. What's crown frown together?
It's either I mean they both have basically the same letters, so it could be either crown or frown. That's what
Just ignore that.
frown for crown.
You have your wallet? Is that what So yeah.
All right, Regina says crown for sparkling water. Jeremy says I hate sparkling water until I spent 2 weeks in Europe. Then I loved it. Yo, Europeans get
They
down
do
with sparkling
drink a lot
water.
of that.
mm-hmm.
But
What's your
everything in
favorite?
Europe tastes better.
That is true.
Kara, what's your favorite sparkling?
So I'm not a huge fan, actually. I wouldn't say it's like a full frown. It's more like just like this, you know,
Like
like the straight line.
neutral.
Like I think it tasted absolutely disgusting. But David drinks that like he could drink like a pond full of it. Like he just drinks it constantly. And I just don't understand it. Like for me, I'll have a taste if I'm really thirsty and I'm too lazy to get up and get my water bottle. That is when I drink sparkling water. And there are a few flavors. Oh, the limoncello. That is the only flavor that I'm just like, oh yes, I will choose this. But
It tastes like a cupcake.
outside of that, yeah, it does. Like like a lemon cookie. Like yeah, it is just
Like
it is
frosting.
so good.
Frosting.
But other than that, I
Um,
don't understand it. It does not quench my thirst. It makes me more thirsty. No. Give me water.
That's true. So Jeremy says it replaces the urge for you to get pop, and then Anderson follows up with thus skipping 34 grams of sugar in a very small can of Coke.
Yeah.
So 100%. Sparkling water is terrible. I've only known
Old people to drink it. Okay, that's true. That's how I grew up. I grew up and I'm like, okay, it's only like it's seltzer water essentially, which
Well, yeah,
like,
but now it's a millennial thing or a hipster thing.
now, yeah, it's become
It
a
is.
thing. Like the only.
Yo, Go ahead.
You guys know the medicine called Alka-Seltzer?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's what sparkling water tastes like.
Yeah.
And so I grew up only drinking that when I had a stomachache.
Mhm.
So then I'm like, wait, people drink this for fun, like for real life, like this just
Yeah.
cause. And then
I've never used it.
David
Okay.
says that's why he drinks it all the time.
why? Because it tastes like Alka-Seltzer?
Because he needs the effects, I guess.
Well, I'll tell you guys this. When I'm fasting in the mornings, like I don't want to eat till lunch, and I get hungry, I'll drink a can of sparkling water, and then I'm not as hungry as I usually am.
But
Because
doesn't
the gas expands in your stomach.
I was about to
So
say
you
Makes
feel
you
full.
feel
gassy?
full.
That I don't know.
That's just a guess. That's not a scientific.
Yeah.
You do
No.
feel full, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, I'm willing to put sparkling water in juice or something else, right? But
Oh yeah, that is very
the
good.
only thing that started to turn me around a little bit was at one of the outdoor services, Regina gave me a can of, it's called Spindrift with the
Oh,
lemon
yeah.
one, and I was like, it's the first one I tasted that I was like, okay, I may be able to rock with this. Like,
Huh.
I could do that.
I've
But
never even heard of that one.
yeah, I tried Pellegrino. I've tried the LaCroix. I don't
So
know.
we've been getting
Not a big fan.
HelloFresh, and they've been accidentally sending us Pellegrino that is flavored with like vanilla and coffee, but it has like a very minimum
David's
amount
had
of.
one of those.
It's so good. It is so
Ugh.
good.
Dang.
It is
Kara's
so
face
good.
was so bad right before you said
So
that.
those combinations like sparkling water with coffee and vanilla,
Well, I know. Have you seen? They have Coca-Cola with coffee in it now.
that's
Mhm.
crazy.
Yeah.
Guys,
Oh,
I-
there-
I thought
there's
Coke
sodium
already had
in.
caffeine in it. Oh, there is in Topo Chico. There is sodium in Topo Chico.
You know what? It's really David's fault because he started preaching about. He was talking about him having stomach issues in a sermon, and so it's just translated into stomach issues.
It carried off into
cafe.
cafe. Yes.
Yeah. It's officially his fault.
That's
Yeah,
so funny.
It's carried over, man.
Hey, is HelloFresh good, Dave? I've heard about that. Yeah, I mean, I'm learning how to cook better. That's for sure.
That's cool.
Like it makes you learn how to cook basically. So I like HelloFresh. Have you guys used HelloFresh at all?
Yeah, we've used HelloFresh.
I like it.
Yeah, of
I like
course.
it. I mean,
Yeah, you know me.
Adrian's
the word.
Yeah. I've used it.
He's had
Right?
the
Right, we've used it.
Well,
Yeah.
you haven't. I've used it. You've eaten the result of the meal. But yeah,
I like
actually-
that you don't have to do meal planning or grocery
Yes.
shopping.
Mhm.
That's appealing, but we've just never taken the plunge.
You know what? The only thing I don't like is that I feel like it takes. There's still a lot of steps. Like it's not. It doesn't feel simpler. It just feels like, oh, I don't have to think about what I'm gonna make.
Right.
But I still got to do
Exactly.
like a lot of chopping, and it's usually a lot of like different. You know, it's like, oh, you got to make a sauce for this, and then you got to do the pasta here, and then you got to saute the mushrooms on this. So you end up having like 5-6 pans, and you're just like, okay, this is not.
But I feel like a chef. Like I feel like I'm like
The
making
food
this nice
is good
presentation.
though. The food is good, and yes, probably.
Yeah, the people are hungry. Adrian. Who's Adrian Lee?
Some other guy. Some random guy.
But David's sermon was good. I like David's sermon. Although he made me hungry and made us talk about food.
Yeah.
It was still good. I definitely want to hear more of the story of him almost dying on the side of the road when he went on that run.
I know.
Look, those alone get me going. But to your point, it was good, and I did agree with him. Just the idea of being Bible focused. I think we all talk about read your Bible, pray every day, but and when I read it, I get big benefit. But sometimes it's hard to have that discipline on a consistent basis. I don't know.
Today's kid lesson, the older kids lesson, was all about reading, like having the Bible as a staple in your life. Like I challenged the kids to, at least 10 minutes a day to like crack the Bible open and then pray right afterwards, and then just try that out.
Cool.
So yeah, no, it's one of those things where the more you do it, it's like anything you want to. It's like martial arts. Right? I have to be able to go to the gym or running a marathon. Like I have to do a little bit every single day to be able to sustain myself. There was actually a train of thought with some trainers. And one guy says he's a mixed martial art trainer, one of the more premier guys in the field, and he has some of the best champions in the world, and he said. Oh, he's also from Canada, Adrian. He's from Canada.
Oh, so
but he says to never redline the body. Right? So he says never redline the body. Do a little bit every single day. And so by the time, like, if someone goes all in on one day and then has no more energy to do anything for the rest of the week, meanwhile you're doing a little bit every single day, you've outpaced that person.
Yeah.
And like for us spiritually, a lot of us might, I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but I might. A lot of us treat church the same way. We redline on Saturday.
Ouch.
And then we're like, all right, we're good for the rest of the week.
Ouch.
Right? But for the person that's not redlining, but is reading a little bit every single day, spending time every single day during the week, they're outpacing someone, in their relation. Like, I don't want to put a relationship with God on a track scale, but like, that person who's spending time every single day will likely have a different relationship with God than someone who's redlining their relationship on a Saturday. So I thought it was interesting.
I'm gonna ask. I'm a believer in confronting all train of thought that maybe I just assumed as a child, that I never thought about as an adult. Is it necessary to read the Bible to have a relationship with God? Like, can I pray, go to church, sing songs, be a good person? Do I also have to read the Bible?
I think the Bible. I don't know. I don't know that it's a yes or no answer. However, I do. What I do
Absolutely, without a doubt.
I mean, I don't know. I think you can have a surface relationship with people, and but I do know that the Bible shows me his character, right? It shows me a deeper version of who he is, and so if I really want to get to know God, then I really should be studying my word. I really should be trying to understand him from that perspective, because it gives me a picture that prayer is not going to give me, church isn't going to give me, and so yeah, I mean, I guess you can have some form of our relationship by communing with him in prayer, but what happens, how would you know, right? How would you know how he, whether he's this way or that way, right? Without understanding more of his character through his word. At least that's my thought.
Yeah. I think it's like part of a conversation, like if you're like getting to know somebody, you want to ask them questions, know where they've been, know their history and that kind of thing. And I think that that's what the Bible gives. Like, so yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with Leilani. Like how would we know like all the things that God has done? I think it's an interesting question because it's hard to remove that, like we already have the knowledge. So it's like, it's hard to remove that aspect of it.
Kind of from a, like, having none of it, right? Like
right.
Brand new. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the way I see it, and I actually talked to the kids about this yesterday, like, we get to know each other best by telling our history. So like, you can't not go through a relationship without learning about their past to some degree. If anything, I want to say that's almost I wouldn't say requirement, but that's an essential part of getting to know someone deeply, is getting to know their past, right?
Wow.
So yeah, you can have a relationship with God by just praying and listening to worship music and singing, but having a deep relationship with God is knowing about his history, like, and the best place to find out who he was and who he will be. Like, the whole idea of the I am statement is him saying, I will be what I will be, right? So whatever he used to be back then, he will be again in the future. So where's the best place that we can find where he used to be? And that's only from the Bible, for me.
I love that. He said you can't have a relationship with God without knowing, or you can't have a real relationship without, can't have a deep relationship without really knowing someone's past.
Right.
Yeah. I love Anne's, I think Anne's perspective is the most accurate. She says you definitely can have a relationship with God without reading the Bible. That's true. Like, there's people who have come, she says you can come to salvation without reading it, but in order to be transformed, God's character, we need to be in the Word. I think that's absolutely true. Because, we've all seen stories of people who, and I don't have this story because, like we said, I grew up in the church. But, like, people who have no notion of who he is, but experience some form of transformation, initial transformation, right, or conversion experience, without knowing anything about the Bible, and then are led to his word to then solidify what they've experienced, So I think Anne's absolutely right.
It's so interesting, like when Moses went back to the Israelites and said, hey, I'm here on behalf of the God of your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And the reason why that was so pivotal for them is because, like, hey, we know the stories of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And so, like, we know what God did for them back then. Like, we know the God of the history of our ancestors, and they're now living in a place where, and the Bible says that the Pharaoh knew nothing of Joseph. He knew nothing of the work that he did, and so they're now void of God, right? But for the Israelites, they're like, hey, if that God's coming to save us, like, yo, he did some amazing things back in those days. Like, we know that through our stories. So we know that he could do it again. So, like, that's, I feel like I would even say the stories of who God was in the past could lead to our salvation. Like, for the Israelites, they're like, hey, we're not free right now, but we know the God of our past is coming to get us, and so we will be free.
Got it. It's like you see that as like a track record for building.
It's the only way to build trust is through history.
Okay, so I'm gonna here I go. I'm gonna challenge that, right? Is but can't is it more important? Shouldn't I? Isn't it more important for me to have my own history, right? Because I like sometimes it's like even in church world, and obviously I'm not trying to convince everyone don't read the Bible. I'm thinking through this thought of why the Bible exists, right? But like a lot of if you grew up in the church or grew up in church world, your parents were Christians, you followed your parents' God. But if you follow your parents' God, that won't be enough to get you through. Does that make sense? So then it's kind of like there's like just to a point. I can only rely on the past. In some ways, I feel like I only rely on somebody else's relationship to a point, if that makes sense. So then the question then comes for me is what value does the Bible then have in my current relationship? Does that make sense or no? Like even like Kathy over here, she's saying over and over the Bible tells prophets tell his words because they couldn't read. So it's like pass down the stories, right? So to me, just hearing that story isn't going to be enough to change me or to have my own relationship. Hearing Dave that you had a really good relationship with Christ doesn't give me a good relationship with Christ. Reading that you had a great relationship and Kara had a great and Leilani has a great relationship, I'm like, that's true. But like, there's something else that should come from, or I feel like that, right? Like, what changes us with the Bible? Is it just that hearing that happened to someone else? I don't know if my question. I'm challenging.
No, it does.
Thought.
Yeah,
okay.
no, it makes sense. I'm just thinking.
Anderson's calling it out like this. He's saying, Agent would you have the best relationship with your wife if she didn't speak to you? Well, when she's upset, the Bible is one of God's ways to speak to you. Okay. How does the Bible speak to us?
So in a very religious turn of phrase, I mean it's a living document, right? It's living, it's breathing. Everyone thinks that it's words that were said, but it's actually words that are being said. Like they're active. They're constantly challenging us. Like they're constantly asking us to look inside of ourselves and realize that there's something missing, and the thing that's missing can be found in the things that are being said. Right? In layman's terms. So like there's reasons why these stories have existed throughout all of human history. Like regardless of the Bible, the stories that are in there, like the themes about it, like the theme of conquering chaos, as David was saying. Like the amazing thing is a little tangent, but the idea of the water and why that was so pivotal for people, that the Spirit of God was hovering over water, is because the ocean is the most formidable force on earth. Nothing outmatches the ocean.
Okay.
If you think about it.
Okay.
And so the fact that God's Spirit is able to sit over it and create out of it is saying that God is more powerful than the most formidable thing on earth. So it's laying down the foundation that, hey, this God is to be taken very seriously. All right. So like that gives credence for the rest of the Bible. Hey, if I can hover over the most chaotic thing in your life, the most chaotic thing in the world, then allow me to the space to be able to create inside of your life. Because no chaos is too chaotic for God now. So for me now, the Bible turns into a thing that's, hey, if there's chaos happening in here, I'm gonna go to the source that used and that created things out of chaos.
Got it.
So I'm gonna take that God seriously because He's able to even do that with the most formidable force on earth.
Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. I think I'm getting it here. So there's Regina said, through the law and the testimony. So you might start out with following your parents' God until you have your own testimony. But the Bible, through that's the common thread. And then Anne said, but to get to know who the God of the Bible is, many come to salvation can begin to read the Bible and come to know their own Savior.
Yeah.
Dope. And I love Marie's finishing it. This is heavy. Words that are being lived. So to me, if I think about the power of the Bible, I think it's not just to understand the God who was. It's to remind you, by reading who the God who was, you now are able to understand the God who is.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's what it is. It's supposed to be the lens that we figure out all of who he is today, as opposed to just who he was. Right. Like if he was a miracle worker 2,000 years ago or 4,000 years ago, he's a miracle worker today. Right. If he's a healer, if he's powerful, if he's loving, if he's kind, if he is just, if he is fair, 6,000 years ago, than he is today, right? If he was a creator in Genesis, right, then like we call him the creator because he created, but we're like, no, he's a creator because he creates.
Yeah.
Right. I think if as long as we read the Bible and stop and treat it, I think, as just a history book, I don't think, for me, and because growing up before, I was baptized, but I wasn't a Christian until I was in my 20s. So I like to say that I was Seventh-day Adventist from like 13. But I've been a Christian since like 22. And I think I believed who he was. It was a great history book. And I'm like, oh, based on this history, he seems like a good person to follow. But I wasn't following him. Right? But then when I started seeing like, oh, the one who is, I think that's the thread that gives the Bible power. At least in my world.
That's when the Word became flesh for you.
Yeah.
And dwelt among you. Like that's the whole. That was Christ's main objective. I wouldn't say that. That's one of Christ's objective, was to show the world that the words that told the Pharisees, like, hey, the things that you're reading about, they were all talking about me. He's like, I am the law that you were talking about. I am the prophet, what the prophet Isaiah was talking about. I am what all the things that you're reading as text. I'm that thing becoming flesh. Right? And then he calls people to follow him. Right? So do the things that I'm doing. You also have the Word become flesh in your lives. Or else it just stays Word. Right? So like out of creation, God starts to speak, and the Word, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. So this idea of God was speaking things into existence, and he's saying, hey, I want to do that now. So get to know the God that I can be. Like, I am the Word becoming flesh throughout the Bible.
Yeah.
Right? So that's who I am. Get to know who I am.
Man. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I would say, man, as we're landing here, the one question I would have asked, but we'll tackle it next time. I think it'll be good. Like, just the question of, like, let's talk about words being lived. And have you guys ever had an experience? Have you guys ever had an experience where you read the Bible and it changed something in your life? Like, something you read changed an immediate something in your life? Is that it? You don't have to give the story now, but
yes,
yeah?
I have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Dave, yeah, as well, or?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, sorry. I thought you.
Yeah.
I think that's the call, man. To anybody who's listening here, man, I think the goal is what you read can be a word for your life as it is now. Like, it can apply it to where you're gonna work and who you're gonna marry. Like Leilani read something in the Bible about Adam being made perfect and chose me. So I think that proves that you can find something in the Word that it confirms your real life throughout. So make sure you stay in your Word. It shifts how you move moving forward. Amen. Remember when you gave me that testimony?
I did not give you that.
You said an Adam was made perfect,
You made that.
Then you said that God gave you this image, and then we met, and you were like, oh, Adam. Remember?
That is not what happened.
No.
Don't believe it.
All right. Well, I'll leave that alone. Well, yeah. Lanning, wait. Next week, in-person church.
Yay!
So
I definitely want to try. I want to try what we were talking about with eCafe next week. We'll see if we can pull it off.
Like let's do that. Like, talking to people as they're coming through, having different spots for eCafe.
Yeah. Or even just like a table, like an eCafe table where, like, setup's happening in the background, and we're, as people drive in, have them on the set. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I'm down for it.
Sky's-
Let's have some
the
fun
sky's the
cafe
limit.
next week. I'm down. Outdoor church next weekend.
By the way, this is for everyone that's still watching. The 1920 of you that are still watching. We did have a movie night tonight planned.
Oh yeah.
And it is gonna rain. So unfortunately, big frown. We do have to reschedule. We're not canceling it. It's not gonna happen. We are rescheduling movie night. Instead of tonight, it will be in August, and we're looking at the 28th of August is what we're looking at. So due to weather, we cannot have it. So sad. Togo was winning, by the way.
Was it?
It was winning.
Well, we'll save Togo for August. That could work. Oh, and then Feed My Starving Children. So sign up. We have until Sunday for everybody to sign up for Feed My Starving Children. Like the plan is for our Serve Saturday.
Tomorrow Sunday?
No, the 18th.
Next. Okay.
Yeah, and our goal is just to fill the building with just our people. So they have
We can
70
do it.
spots. Last I checked, there was like 36 left. And I don't know, it'll be good. Like we have some ideas. Maybe we'll get together and with people who are going to serve, get together, maybe worship together, maybe watch the service online together, and then
Watch party.
eat some lunch. Yeah, maybe have a watch party, then eat some food, and then head over there. Bring your own food, of course, and then we'll move over to Feed My Starving Children. They said we'll control the playlist, so they're letting me be DJ for the day. So I get to DJ with our favorite BC hits. I have them running, so it'll be good. The workers gonna see us all singing. Well, everyone except David. Tell David to, he can lip sync, but the rest of us will all be singing and
Well,
worshiping.
he
while
won't
we
say the
serve.
right words anyway, so.
Yeah.
He won't.
That's so funny.
Don't even get me going. All right. On that note. Blessings, everyone. Sign up on our website,
Bye.
Feed My Starving Children, and next week, outdoor church. Have some fun. Bless.
See ya.
Love
Bye,
y'all.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.